ما في هلا سالتني الزوجه هو تسالني هيك 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 قلت له ما على الرسول الا البلاغ. لا هلا هو عنده مرته او سوري مرته ميته. هو عنده وليده عنده ميته وهي عندها اولادها هي وعندها ميته. هلا هو عنده البزنس تبعه مرتاح الزلمه وهي عندها البزنس تبعها ومرتاحه. كلام مهم اختلفوا هالشيء. هو الخلاف مع انه يعني فيش كثير بس المشكله انه هلا اخر شيء هو بيقول انه انا اذا بدي اياها تسكن عندي بالبيت وهي بتقول انا اذا بدي اسكن عنده بالبيت ما بده اولادها. اولادها ما كبار بالعمر ناقله بال 21 وبال 20 وهو بيقول انا ما بدي اسكن عندها الا ما فيني اترك اولادي يعني شربك وحلو. مع انه هن يعني هي بتكون بنت خولو وهو بيكون ابن عمته. انا ما بشوفه مستحيل بس هلا بوجود الاولاد هي ابنها بيقول لها اذا انت بدك ترجعي له هو ما في شيء يبين هو ما له علاقه هي عمه وجوزها بس قال لها اذا بدك ترجعي له انا بدي اطلع اسكن هو بيقول اذا ترجع له الاثنين مع اولادها تسكنوا معه مش كان الاولاد صاروا اكثر ما مش كان طبعا وبس هي يمكن يرمي الطلاق على الله الله ييسر معنا الله يجزيكم.
Shall we start? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I think we'll start inshallah if brothers can sit together. Rayan? Rayan? I hope you have your printed books with you today. Inshallah, we'll be doing practice session. Okay, so we'll start the session. So in today's session, we will cover whatever we have learned so far. Okay, so if you have missed some of the sessions, inshallah, this is an opportunity for you to cover the topics which we may have already covered, and this can be a quick revision before we do the practice, inshallah. Before we start, is there any question from last sessions? No questions? which means we are all ready. Okay, inshallah. Let's start. So we will do a quick review before we start doing the practice. So we started our journey by understanding that what are the three types of Arabic. Who remembers the one by one? Yes, Rayan. Okay. So who can help me with the difference between the Fusha and the ancient Arabic or Lisanul Arabic? Who knows the difference?
Fusha is the Quranic Arabic, and street Arabic is the normal days one, and the ancient one is the old ancient Arabic.
So I think if I would rephrase, it would we can say that Fusha is good Arabic which is used nowadays. So the Arabic which you would use in newspapers and news channels and all, that is Fusha. Whereas Lisanul Arab or ancient Arabic would be the Arabic which used to be spoken thousands of years back. And we have seen some of the examples that how the same word may mean differently in these Arabic and street Arabic, we all know. So we may have local dialects.
Quran is Fusha?
So Quran, for us to understand Quran, we need to understand Fusha and ancient Arabic both. So ideally it would be ancient Arab, and Fusha is the subset of ancient Arab language as well. Is it clear with everyone? Now we have already touched upon this, that what is the difference between both. Then we started studying the three types of words in Arabic. Who remembers the three types of words? When you will look at the Quran would have one of these words. Ism, fi'al, harf. Are we all clear with that? So what is an ism? Hamdan. Yes, Adam. So it is noun, and there are other things as well, because noun has limitations, right? We studied earlier that it is noun, pronouns, and all the adjectives and other stuff as well. Who remembers what is fi'al? I cannot hear you. Action, okay, with the tense. So fi'al, we can say an action which is stuck in time. So with that, you would understand that if that action is happening in current state, which is continuous, if it happened in past, or it is for future, right? So we said that fi'al would be something which is stuck in time. Then we said that the third word type is harf. So for harf, we said that harf is something which, when it is written alone, will not make any sense unless it is, attached to another word. Is this clear with everyone? So far, so good? Okay, then we started our journey by understanding the 4 properties of ism. So with that, the first property which we started learning was status. Then we said that the second property would be numbers, then the gender, and then the type. So far we have gone through status, and then we started learning about numbers as well. And in today's session, that would be our main focus. So we are, inshallah, going to review whatever we have studied, and then we will, inshallah, do some practice as well with the examples of the words which I have picked. So from whatever we have gone through so far, is there any question? Luis, you're all clear? Okay, now, when we were studying about the status of ism, we said there are 3 types of status. We have rafa, nasab, and jar. To make it easy now, because we will be doing some exercises as well. So whenever you want to indicate an ism with the rafa status, you can write R. Whenever you want to name an ism as nasab, you can write N. And whenever you would indicate that, okay, you have identified that this ism is in jar status, you would write J, because we will not have enough space, right? Otherwise, unless you really want to write the full form of rafa, nasab, and jar. So with respect to the statuses, is it clear with everyone? How do we identify Rafa, Nasab and Jar? All clear? Okay, so then we said that with respect to status as well, for Rafa, Nasab and Jar as well, we have something called flexibility. So in Arabic, some of the words have different level of flexibility. So there can be few words which we can say they are fully flexible, which means in Rafa status, they would have a totally different sound than the Nasab status, and then the Jar status will be totally different. So who can help me to recall that what is the sound for a singular word or singular ism when we want to identify that the ism is in Rafa status? What would be, what my ears should hear to know that this ism is in Rafa status? Un, right? Un or u. Then we said Nasab can be an or a, and Jar would be in or e, right? So we said, when we were studying, Rafa at whatever we have studied so far would help us to know that who's the doer, right? Because there are others as well, but so far what we have learned, Rafa would help us to know that who's the doer of the fi'al. Nasab would be the detail, right? And Jar would be the word which comes after of. So we said fully flexible ism are the one who will have different sound in Rafa, Nasab and Jar. So un, an, in, these are all different sounds, right? Then we said there are few ism in Arabic, they are partially flexible, which means they would have a different sound in Rafa status, but they would share the same sound in Nasab and Jar. And some of the examples which we have taken was the name of the places in Arabic, right? Regardless if they are Arab locations or not. I'm not asking any question now. So when there are cities or countries, right? So their names would be partially flexible. We also talked about the non-Arab prophets as well, that their names are also partially flexible. For example, Ibrahim alayhi salam. So when you would see his name in Quran, you would say Ibrahimu, Ibrahima, Ibrahima. And then we took the examples of the colors as well. Is this clear with everyone so far? Then we said that the last type of flexibility within the ism with respect to status can be that there are few ism where they are not flexible at all. So regardless if they are in Rafa, Nasab or Jar, they would sound in the same way. And some of the examples which we have seen were the pointer words, which are used in Arabic to point to someone. We will inshallah see their examples as well. Is this clear with respect to flexibility? Any questions? Okay. Then we started our journey by identifying that how do we know? How do we recognize this status? And with that we said the most important thing which we really need to do now would be to memorize the Muslim chart. So in the books which you have received on the page 6, it has the Muslim chart printed, and we all were targeting that we must have memorized that. If not, inshallah, we will do enough practice that by the end of the session, if you are attentive and not playing with your phone, you would remember. I was not talking about you. Sorry? Yes. So fully flexible ism are the ism where they would have different sound in Rafa, Nasab and Jar. For example, Muhammadun, Muhammadan, Muhammadin. Right? This ism has different sound in each status. Whereas partially flexible would have a different sound in Rafa, but the same sound in Nasab and Jar. For example, the names of non-Arab prophets. So we took the example of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Ibrahimu, Ibrahima, Ibrahima. So the partially flexible ism would be the ism where you have u ending in Rafa, but a and a ending in Nasab. Non-flexible ism are the one where regardless of Rafa, Nasab, Jar, they are same. So you would know, we will inshallah see that you would still be able to understand that in which scenario they are in Rafa status, in which scenario they are in which other status, by knowing the context. No. So these are separate categories, right? If you try to recall, okay, let me go back. So when we were studying that, we said in Arabic, okay, there are, sorry. So when we were studying this, we said these are the examples of the fully flexible names, right? So Muhammadun, Muhammadan, Muhammadin, Jannatun, Jannatan, Jannatin. So in each status, they have different ending sound or ending combination as well, which we will see. Sama'un, Sama'an, Sama'in. Different ending. Correct? Is it clear? With respect to fully flexible, we said around 80 to 85% of asma are fully flexible, which means un, an, in ending. Is it clear? Then we said we have partially flexible. So partially flexible can be approximately 14% of asma, where in rafa they would have u ending, but in nasab they would have a, and in jar also they would have a. In normal scenario, they would not accept e ending as the normal sound of jar. There are some cases which we will understand later, but for now, we will understand it in a way that yes, u, a ending. And for that, we took the example that the names of the countries, the name of the cities, the name of the ladies, and the name of the non-Arab prophets as well, they are all the examples of partially flexible asma. Yes, sir. Yep. One more. Give. Yeah. So an extra alif is added for fully flexible asma when they are in nasab status, and this is for the writing style. So if you see here, bintun does not have any extra alif. No. So we studied that in fully flexible asma, when they are ending with ta marbuta, which is the rounded ta, or alif and hamza together, we do not add an extra alif in the nasab status. We will do this exercise together, don't worry. Yeah, so we will go through that. But other than that, are we all clear? So for non-flexible, regardless whichever status they are in, they would have the same ending sound. They will not change. Clear? Any other questions? So we said that the Muslim chart, we will inshallah go through that, but for the singular one, we would have ending sound, which means u or un would give us the indication that this ism is in rafa status. A or an helps us to know that this is nasab. E or in ending sound would help us to know that this ism is in jar status, which means this ism is coming after of. So son of the name of the father, or the prophet of Allah, or the book of Allah, right? So these are the examples of jar. Then we said we started learning about ending combination, and we also highlighted that whenever you would be now trying to identify the status, always look for the ending combination first before you look for the ending sound. Is it clear so far? Then we started the understanding on the Muslim chart. So we said we already know un, an, in are the examples for singular, right? So if we say Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin, we are talking about one Muslim in different status, rafa, nasab and jar. But if we would say for two Muslims, so it would be Muslimani, Muslimaini and Muslimaini. So that would help us to know that we are talking about two, right? So now we are talking about numbers. Then we have the plural, and the plural is different for the muzakkar or the masculine versus muannas or the feminine part. So in the masculine part, we have the una ending sound, no, sorry, combination, una, which would help us to know that this is rafa, and then the ina ending would help us to know that this ism is in nasab or jar status. Is it clear so far? Any questions? Then we said that for the plural, for the feminine examples, for the single and pair, they are still same. So we have the ending sound as un, an, in for the singular, ani, aini, aini for the pair. However, for the three and more, which is called, in Arabic would be called jama', so for them, the ending sound is different than the ending sound of the masculine or muzakkar, right? So the ending sound would be, I'm intentionally making it a bit long so that we can pick it up. Tun, tin, and tin. Is that clear with everyone? Then we said that we will go through this Muslim chart. So I requested everyone to memorize this, because if we are not memorizing, our journey for the next lessons and even in Quran would not be easy. And if we will understand this, inshallah, we would be able to understand a lot of things. And we will see that during our examples which we practice today, inshallah. So the chart which we are seeing now is for the masculine chart. So if you see in singular, we have the examples of Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. For the dual or the pair, we have Muslimani, Muslimaini, Muslimaini. For the plural, which would be three or more. So if we are talking about three people or more, we would be using the same combination. So Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslimina. So if you pay attention now, for the singular, we have ending sound, un, an, in. Whereas for the pair and the plural, we have ending combination, because it is a combination of different words as well. It's not only the sound. Any questions so far? All good? Then we took the examples of the feminine part. So we said that for the singular and pair, it is exactly the same. So we have Muslimatun, Muslimatan, Muslimatin. Can somebody explain why in nasab for the feminine we are not adding an extra alif? Because of ta marbuta. So we studied, so Hilbhai, this is answering your questions. So when we have an ism ending with ta marbuta or alif and hamza together, we do not add an extra alif in writing when it is in nasab status. Okay. So Muslimatan, Muslimatin is the singular combination, right? It is the single chart. Similar to the masculine part, Muslimani, Muslimaini, Muslimaini, the feminine chart also ends with the same, ani, aini, aini, but because of the feminine, we also have the ta included within that. So you have Muslimatani, Muslimataini, Muslimataini. So that ta helps us to know that we are now talking about two females, two Muslim female, right, in different status. And then for the plural, which would be three or more, the ending sound are tun, tin, and tin. Is this clear with everyone? Any confusion? Because if this is not clear, we will not be able to understand the practice part. All good? So let's start some practice, inshallah. Okay, so we'll start our practice with this task. So if you pay attention, I have now a combination of whenever I come out of the presentation, it stops. SubhanAllah. Okay, I hope you all can see now. So the examples which we will do, pay attention to what I'm showing you now. So in this example, I have intentionally made it big because I want you to read this. So in this example, we will be doing the practice for all fully flexible, partially flexible, and non-flexible example. And the way you would recognize, if I have not added any indication that ism is fully flexible, which means the ending sound would be un, in. If you have ghain next to that, that would give you the understanding that this ism is partially flexible. So when an ism is partially flexible, what would be the ending sound in rafa, nasab and jar? Partially flexible. So un, in is fully flexible. Partially flexible, u, a, not u, a, e. Okay. And when there you will find the indication of m, which in Arabic would this is the indication for mabni, which means non-flexible. So in all status, it would be written in the same way. Is this clear? So fully flexible would have different ending sound. Partially flexible would be rafa u, nasab a, and jar a. Okay. So let's start the first one. Who would help me to recognize, is this fully flexible or partially flexible? Fully flexible. So what status is this word in? Sawabun. Rafa. So I will place this in rafa. Now who would help me to make the nasab for this? So what changes I have to make? Is this enough? Or something is still missing? Yes, Rayan. So when you have an ending sound of an, in Arabic we add an extra alif, right? And then what would be the jar? Sawabin, right? Is it clear? Now, masajidu. Masajidu is partially flexible. So now, what status is masajidu in? Rafa. What would be the nasab? Masajida. And what would be the jar? Masajidi or masajida? Urdu. Same as this. So it would be masajidu, masajida, and masajida. Yes, Rayan. So that's what we have learned, right? That when the word would be partially flexible, this is how it works. So you have to understand it in this way. Okay. Now, nafsun. Is it fully flexible or partially flexible or non-flexible? So what status is nafsun in? Rafa? Okay. What would be the nasab? Nafsan, like this, or something else with an alif? Okay. What about the jar? Nafsin. Is it clear with everyone? All good? What about rijzun? Rafa, what would be the nasab? I'm not writing because I'll give you this file and then you can do the practice at home. We'll make it quick. Nasab would be rijzan with an extra alif or no alif? What about jar? Rijzin. Is it clear with everyone? Now, imranu. So ghain indicates that this is non-flexible or partially flexible. I'm just asking, I'm testing if you guys are paying. So ghain, we studied here that ghain would indicate that it is partially flexible. And one of the thing which we know that Imran is the name, right? So Imranu would be rafa, nasab or jar? Rafa. What would be the nasab? Imrana or Imranan. What would be the correct answer? Imrana. And what would be the jar? Same. Okay. Ha'ula'i. This is non-flexible. This is non-flexible. So this would stay same in rafa, nasab and jar. Sayyi'atun, is it fully flexible, partially flexible, fully flexible? And what status this one is, this ism is in? Rafa. What would be the nasab? Sayyi'atan with an extra alif or without alif? Why? Because of ta marbuta. So it would be sayyi'atan and then sayyi'atin. Jidarun. What is the rafa for jidarun? Jidarun. What is the nasab? Jidaran. What is the jar? Jidaran. Muslim, I believe we don't need to study because I am assuming that everyone of you have already memorized the Muslim chart. The name of Yusuf alayhi salam. So, Yusufu, what would be the nasab? Yusufa, and then jar, Yusufa. Allati is again non-flexible. So how would it sound in different statuses? Allati, allati, allati. Yes? Yes, 100%. We studied that when it is ending with ta marbuta or alif and hamza together, then we don't add. But for this one, we will add alif. Okay? Clear? So if it is fatha alone, we do not add alif. That rule is only for tanween, which means two do zabar or two fathatain or tanween of fathatain. Okay? Shamsun. Rafa, and this is fully flexible. So shamsun, shamsan, shamsin. Ma'un, ma'an, ma'in. Madinatun. I'm just making it fast so that we can do further practice as well, because now Isha is after 10 minutes after Adhan. So we, inshallah, will try to cover as much as we can. And if you have any confusion, I can stop and then we can quickly go through that. So Madinatun, Madinatan, Madinatin. Babun, Ba-ban, Ba-bin. And I think it's all, you guys can continue, right, with the rest. I will give you this as a practice at home, inshallah. Is this clear with everyone? Any confusion so far? All good? Okay, now let's start our next practice. So this word, the ism which we have here, tahirun, what is it indicating in terms of number? Is it one, pair, or plural, three or more? Singular. So and which status is this in? Rafa. So if I have to make the nasab of this one, what I have to do? Tahiran. And if I have to make jar, what we will do? Tahirin. Right? Now if I have to mention two, what ending combination we should have? So try to recall the Muslim chart. Tahirani. Okay, so this ani ending help us to know that this ism is talking about two people. What would be the nasab or jar? Tahi, Raini. Is it clear? Tahiraini. Masood bhai? So we'll quickly go through the Muslim chart so we all are clear. So we said the singular will be un, an, in. Pair would be ani, aini, aini. Then the three or more plural part would be una, ina, ina. So now we were trying to do the example of two. Tahirani, tahiraini, and then the next jar would be tahiraini. Just give me 1 second. Is there anyone called Arham in this class? His father is not well, so if you can go outside and help him. Arham? Yeah, can you go outside, please? Yeah. So here, if you pay attention, we have the ending combination of aini. So that helps us to know that we are now talking about two. Okay. Now, if we have to talk about three, how would this work? Tahir, una ending, right? So, tahiruna. So, the una ending help us to know we are now talking about plural in which status? Rafa. What would be the nasab? Tahirina. Ina ending help us to know we are now talking about three or more in nasab or jar. It stays the same. Is it clear with everyone? Any confusion? We are good? Can we proceed? Now we will do some examples from Qur'an. So in Qur'an, Allah talks about the time where Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam and his son were building Kaaba, and Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam did a dua, and I have highlighted one word. So I want to know that how many Muslims Ibrahim alayhi salam was talking about. Is he talking about two or three or more? So help me with the answer with the logic why. So here the word Muslim is ending with an ending sound or combination? Combination. And what is the combination? Aini. And with Aini, what do you understand? Is it two or three? Pair. So Muslim, like for the initial stage, my recommendation would be whenever you see a word with an ending combination, you start with Muslim chart. So is it matching with Muslimun? No. Musliman? No. Muslimin? No. Muslimani? No. Muslimaini? Okay, yeah, it is a 100% match. So it should 100% match with the Muslim chart. That is why it is important for us to memorize the Muslim chart. So here, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam is talking about two Muslims. By any chance, do you remember who are those two Muslims? So he and his son, right? So he did dua that he and his son and his progeny actually should be Muslim, and then we know the rest of the story. So this is an ayah from Qur'an. Now we have another surah where Allah is talking about kuffar, right? So in Surah Kafirun, Allah says, "Qul ya ayyuhal kafiruna." So what do you understand from this ending sound? Is it ending sound or an ending combination? Combination. So what is the ending combination? So are we talking about one kafir, two or three or more? Three or more. Ryan, are they okay? They are giving the right answer? Ryan was not paying attention. So Ryan, what are we talking about? Can you read this word for me, please? Kafiruna. So are we talking about one kafir, two, or plural, multiple? Why? Okay, how do you know when we talk about two? How do you recognize? What is the ending combination when we are talking about two? Una? Really? So Muslimani, Muslimani, Muslimaini, Muslimaini are the two, right? So this is matching with Aini. Kafiruna, Muslimani. It is matching? Is it matching? Or it is matching with Muslimuna? Is it matching with Muslimuna? And what is the indication when you have the ending combination as una? Is it pair or three or more? Rayan, I'm waiting for your answer. You can look at the book. Still two? Really? Look at the book. What do you see? Plural? Really? What status is this? Kafiruna is in which status? Is it Rafa, Nasab or Jar? Rafa? Do we all agree with him? So Kafiruna is in Rafa status. What about Abiduna? Rafa, is it for two or more? 3 and plus, right? So is it clear? Now let's quickly do another example. Yes. This one? Before that? So at this stage, based on the limited knowledge what you have gained so far, it is okay for you to say that this can be in Nasab or Jar both. But inshallah, in future, you would be the one who would tell me that in which status this is in. But at this stage, it is okay for you to say that this can be Nasab or Jar both. But it is not. It's not both. It is one of them, but you are not ready. No. Currently, I will not confuse anyone by telling the right status. For now, it is okay for you to say that this is in either in Rafa, in Nasab or in Jar. And inshallah, later we would know when. You don't need to know now. I'm not expecting, because there are people who are not even able to read Arabic. Yeah. We would know exactly to figure out. So alhamdulillah, in Arabic, you will not have a single 1% doubt that if this is in Rafa or Jar. I can guarantee you. But this is not the time to talk about that now. Okay? So inshallah, soon you would know. You will be the one who would help us, inshallah, to recognize that this is Rafa or this is Jar, inshallah. Any other questions? Okay, let's quickly do another example. So this is the favorite ayah of one of the student who's always on phone. And no, I know you were practicing Muslim chart. I know. I have no doubt. So here, can somebody read this ayah for me? Rayan, can you help me please by reading this ayah? Can someone give him the mic? Rayan, read the full ayah.
إن المسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات والقانتين والقانتات والصادقين والصادقات والصابرين والصابرات والخاشعات والمتصدقين والمتصدقات والصائمين والصائمات والحافظين فروجهم والحافظات والذاكرين الله كثيرا.
Jazakallah khairan, Rayan. So now, this ayah has a lot of examples from what we have studied so far. So let's start with the first one. For this word, which is again Muslim, now how many Muslims are we talking about here and why? So ina ending combination helps us to know that is it two or more, three or more. Yeah, regardless, we are not talking about gender now. We are yet to study gender. But now we are talking about number. So is it two or three or more? Muslim ina. Ina ending would help us to know that it is three or more, right? And what would be the status? Rafa? So Muslimuna is matching with Muslimina? Because what I have learned is Una is Rafa. Ina would be either Nasab or Jar. We are clear? What about Muslima? I'm again intentionally making it longer so that we can understand. So Muslimati. We so far in the Muslim chart we studied in sound, but we also studied that it can be T, which E sound as well, right? And we will explain later, but for now consider that this is not T but tin. Now answer.
Nasab.
This is Nasab or Jar in 3 plus, and what would be the gender now? Jaz, feminine. Why? T is the ending combination for the feminine Muslim chart, which we have studied, right? So tun, tin, tin. By the way, we will inshallah study this at a later stage, but I just wanted to clarify so that you don't get confused. So we studied tin or tun, right? The reason why we only have one haraka here, because in Arabic, when an ism start with al, it will not have tanween. So it will not have 2 haraka. It will only have 1, which inshallah we will study in maybe next few sessions. But just to make it clear, because we will have other examples as well. Now again we have al-mu'minina. So how many mu'min we are talking about? 3 or more? Is it clear? Nazar bhai? Mu'minati. Can you help me with the gender as well, please? And why? T is an ending combination or ending sound? Sound? Is it combination or sound? Combination. And what is the ending combination? T. So I think the rest all is repetition of the same concept. So I would recommend you to go through this ayah later, because this would help you inshallah to practice more. Is there any confusion so far? Is there any question? Adam, is it clear? All good? Luis, can we proceed? Okay. So if you are okay for us to proceed, then now you can open your book and we will do this exercise together. So inshallah we have 20 minutes, and in 20 minutes we will try to finish this. So this would be on your page 7, and if you have pen with you, so I would request you to solve this as well. So we have the first word an-nasu. So first help me with the knowledge that is it ending sound or ending combination? So we would write S for sound and C for the combination, and then we would write the status. So the first word an-nasu, is it an ending sound or a combination? Yes, Mikhail. Is it ending sound or a combination? Yeah, it is page number 5. Oh, my bad, I'm sorry. It is page number 5, not 7, sorry. My bad. Though I have written 5, but I don't know why I said 7. Okay, so open page 5 in your books, and the first word an-nasu. So help me to know that if this has an ending sound or ending combination. Is it sound? Do we all agree with that?
Yes. Yes.
So I'll mark it as S. Sorry, let me shift to English now. S. And then what is the status? Rafa. Do we all agree with that? So I would write R to indicate that this is Rafa. Al-kitaba. What is it? Is it ending sound or combination? Sound? What is the status? Nasab? Not jar? Nafsin. Is it ending sound or a combination? Sound? And what is the status? Jar? Do we all agree with that? Makithina. Ina. Is it ending sound or combination? Combination? Why? But it is ending with na. Okay. I take it. I was just testing if this is a guess or we really know. So, ina ending combination, right? So, by combination, we already know, we said that always look for combination first. So, when the combination matches exactly with the Muslim chart, we don't need to go further. So, ina tells us that this is an ending combination. Now, help me with the status. It can be a nasab or jar at this stage. Okay. Wahidatin. Is it an ending sound or a combination? Sound? What is the status? Jar? Ayawajan. Sound? Masood? Sound? But it is ending with an. Nasab, okay. So this is sound. And this is nasab, not jar. Why is it nasab? An, okay. The word Allah, is it ending sound or combination? Sound? What is the status of the word Allah here? Nasab? So I would just remind all of us again that as part of the grammatical analysis, whenever we would see the name of Allah, we would say that the name of the word Allah is in rafa or nasab or jar status, not Allah is in rafa status or nasab, right? So here we would say the word Allah is in nasab status. Al-banuna, una. Is it ending sound or ending combination? Is it combination?
Combination.
Why? Una. So ending combination of una gives us that this is a combination. Now what is the status of al-banuna? Rafa? Do we all agree with that? Al-khabitha. Is it ending sound or a combination? Combination? Jazz? Combination? Is it matching with una? Ina? Atun? Atin? Anyone agrees with jazz that this is ending combination? Okay, so this is, we all agree that this is ending sound, right?
Yes.
Now help me with the status. Ji. Sorry? The one on the top, yeah? Sorry? So okay, I will not answer, but we will go through the Muslim chart. So Muslimun, is it matching with the sound? Muslimun? Musliman, is it matching? Muslimin, it's not matching, right? Muslimani, Muslimaini, Muslimaini, none of them are matching. Now Muslimuna, Al-Banuna, is it matching? So una ending and Muslimuna tells us that the status is Rafa. Agree? Anyone else has any confusion? Jazz, sorry, I was picking you for the example, okay? I know your level is different. So this is which status now? Nasab. What about al-Bahraini? Is it ending sound or a combination? Combination? And what status this al-Bahraini ism would be in? Nasab or jar at this stage? Yes. Sorry, can you give him the mic? Yeah, I don't have the number, so you'll have to tell me the word.
Okay, just scroll back up. Go up to the wahidatin.
Yep.
Yeah. There's a atin sound. So how's it singular?
Sorry, say it again.
There's a atin sound.
Tin sound?
So how's it? Yeah.
Okay, so
How's it
if,
S?
yeah, this is actually a very good question. So he's saying that the ending sound is giving us atin, right? So if you say wahidatin, that is why we said, how would you, what would be the difference between this and, sorry, let me switch to Arabic, and then now, can you read this for me? The one which is highlighted. This one, the one in black.
Wahidatin.
Wahidatin. And read this for me.
Wahidatin.
Wahidatin. So the matching should be 100%. Atin with alif and ta with either kasra or fatha. So it has to be 100% match to match the Muslim chart. If it is not matching, it is not. So this, Jazakallah khair for picking this one up,
All right, yeah.
because this can help everyone to understand.
Thank
So
you.
this is not a perfect match for atin or atun. Is that clear? Is it clear for you as well?
Yes, thank you.
Bit-tayyibi. Is it an ending sound or combination? Sound? Sorry. And what status is this in? Jar? Sabiran. Is it ending sound or a combination? Sound? What is the status? Nasab? Do we all agree with that? Hawban. What is the ending sound? Is it a sound or combination? And what is the status? Nasab? As-safinatu. Is it ending sound or a combination? Rayan, the slide is here. So what is the ending? Is it sound or a combination? Sound? Rayan? Is it ending sound or a combination? Sound? And what is the status? Why? Oh, sound. Okay, very good, mashallah. So Rafa would be R, right? Thalatha. Is it ending sound or a combination? Sound? Do we all agree with that? But this is ending with alif and tha, with fatha. Is it combination, Rayan? You said it is combination. Is it matching with tun, tin or atin? Really? So if I would say muslimatun, is this matching with thalathun or thalatha? Is it matching? So is it a sound or a combination? Sound? What is the status? Nasab? Al-ardi. Sound and nasab? Rafa? So is it ending with u? So un and in is the ending sound, and this is ending with e sound, right? So this would be jar. Do we all agree with that? Nihlatan. Is it sound or combination? Sound. What is the status? Nasab. Salihatin. Salihatin. Is it a combination or a sound? But it is ending with in. So it is ending with the Muslim chart, exactly 100% match, right? Tin. So that gives us the indication that how many salih we are talking about, and what is the gender. So 3 plus female. So this is an ending combination. And what status? Nasab or jar? Is it clear? What about the next one? Hani'an. So is it an ending sound or a combination? Sound? Do we all agree with the ending sound? What is the status? Rafa? So this is ending with Muslimun. Nasab? Why? An. So an helps us to know that the ism is in nasab status. Basharun. Is it ending sound or combination? And what status this ism is in? Rafa? Al-walidani. Is it an ending sound or an ending combination? Combination? Why, Masood? Ani. So with ani, what do we know with respect to number? Pair. So what is the status for this one? Rafa? Because nasab? Rayan? Okay, help me with the Muslim chart. Let's start the Muslim chart, Rayan. Muslimun, I'll help you. Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. I'm doing it for you. So repeat after me. Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. Muslimani. Can you read this one? Al-walidani. So is it matching the ending sound or combination? Is it matching or not? So this would be in Rafa. Do we all agree with that? So we have around 6 minutes, inshallah. We will maybe quickly go through some of the other examples as well. So now, Al-Hizbayni. Is it ending sound or a combination? What is the status? Nasab or jar? Al-Aqrabuna. Una ending. Is it sound or a combination? What is the status? Rafa. Do we all agree with that? Now this is a tricky one. Bisultanin. Is it sound or a combination? Jazz is saying sound, Sohail Bhai is saying combination. Let's see why. Okay, when you're saying sound, why do you think this is sound? Very good. Sohail Bhai, why do you feel this is ending combination? So in Muslim chart, do you have nin ending or ni ending? So is it matching 100%? So one more thing, first of all, this is not 100% matching, so this is an ending sound, not a combination. On the other hand, there are few names where they would have ni ending within their name itself. So that does not mean there are two people. For example, Imran, it is also ending with alif and noon. Khan would have an, that does not mean there are two Khan. Right? Harun would have u and waw and noon ending. That does not mean that we are talking about a lot of Haruns. So there are few exceptions as well to this rule. So this is an ending sound, not a combination, and the reason is we have learned ni, not nin. Okay, so this is a sound and the status is jar. So ati, we said that for tanween, if for before the ism, if we will have al, the tanween would be removed and we would only have one haraka, which would come inshallah later. So now we only have 4 minutes. I would say maybe I'll give you this, you already have this printed. So I would request you to go through the rest of the words. Sorry? Yeah, fill it up, and if you want, send me the photo so I can quickly go through that. And if there are any mistakes, inshallah, I will come back to you. Do not copy. Do it on your own, Sohail Bhai. Okay, I think with this we will conclude so that you can get ready for Salah, because after Iqamah we only have 10 minutes. Sorry, after Adhan we have only 10 minutes to Iqamah. So get ready, and inshallah we will continue tomorrow with a new topic. I hope this practice helped us to do a quick revision on whatever we have studied so far. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.